Let's do this.
We are rolling.
All right. Welcome everybody to In the Guard, your one-stop shop for all thing combat sports, right? We're back after a week off, coming off the heels of UFC Vegas 26. We didn't get our main event we wanted, but we still got a good one. Rodriguez versus Watterson. It was a fun night at the Apex. It's not going to go down as one of the greatest fight cards of all time, but there's some fun stuff that did happen, some big moments, and we're going to break it all down, starting first here with the main event. The karate hottie herself, and yes, she definitely is a hottie, with Marina Rodriguez. Again, short notice fight here. They kind of put together this main event and kind of had a little banger here.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing Watterson compete at 125. Got that thick greasies. I mean, but I had this feeling that this fight wasn't going to go her way. She's more of a natural 105er. 115 coming up to 125. There's a big size discrepancy. Right. I think she just struggled with the range and the size. Marina's just too big.
All week I was on Rodriguez. I ended up picking Watterson. There's a few reasons why. I was questioning Rodriguez's gas tank, right? I didn't know how she would fare in a 5-round fight. I know Watterson can go 5 rounds. She's been there with great strikers like Joanna. She's been there. She didn't finish with Rose, but again, she's been in there with Rose. She's been in with some top strikers, so she can handle the fury that was coming her way. And I thought maybe Marina would kind of gas out late in the fight, maybe third, fourth round, and Watterson be able to work a submission. It almost came to be in that fourth round.
That fourth round, she started to work that game.
And she got that top, and that's what I thought would happen. It didn't really come to fruition. But again, both chicks, they put on a brawl. They fought their hearts out.
But it's what happens from here. This plays out at 125 amongst 2 strawweights. So I guess they move up respectively in the strawweight division.
Right. I love the call out of Marina to Joanna. Let's see that. 2 great Muay Thai strikers.
Johanna's just kind of bougie about who she fights, though, right? She's like,
hey, guess what?
I get it.
She ain't getting Rose. She ain't getting Rose.
No, she's not.
That ain't happening. Wei Lee, probably that might not be in a rematch, honestly, because there's really nobody else in line.
Then you have Esparza and Jan. Then there's Mackenzie Dern.
Dern and Rodriguez? I mean, I'd say to see that, but I think just the watching Joanna. I mean, Rodriguez is going to be top 5 now.
Yeah.
Right? She's going to be
What about Michelle Watterson and Dern? 2 hotties can go at it.
I'm down for that. Tesha Torres seems to be ducking everybody too. So
she wants top tier competition too.
Let's go Dern and Torres.
Yeah.
Let's go Dern and Torres. Again, I want that Marina and Joanna just because of that striking. That Muay Thai fight is going to be awesome to watch. It's going to be real similar to the Zhang and even Valentina and Joanna. A fight very similar to that. So that's what I want to see because Marina's striking is legit. She can go 5. She's tough. Even that 5th round, Michelle landed that kick that kind of swelled up her cheek. Looked like almost broke her jaw. I don't know what actually injury happened.
Yeah, what happened there?
She
kicked her. It was a left kick?
Yeah, big kick right to the fucking head, and she had a big gumball coming out of her cheek. She got a gerbil cheek real quick, but she toughed it out, won the fight. I had it 49-46. 49-46. Giving Watterson that 4th round where she got the takedown. But going forward, I think Watterson's kind of be in that gatekeeper role, right? That's kind of where she's going to be. I mean, she's really a really good fighter. Like she deserves to be top 10, top 15, but she's just not a championship fighter.
I just think she's undersized too.
That level. That's true. I mean, if you had an atom weight in UFC, she might be a champion contender, but with the weight classes they do have, she's just a step below that championship level.
I don't think we're going to see.
Still a great fighter.
We're not going to see mom champ. Unfortunately,
we will. It's going to be Mackenzie Dern, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mackenzie Dern, though.
Well, so what's up? Did we already say who we think Marina should fight next?
Yeah, we got
one over there. All right, let's
now, if Watterson, though, does not want to cut the 15 no more because she liked the way she felt at 125, I think a great fight would be the winner of Barber and Maverick. I think it'd be a great opponent for her to fight if she wants to stay at that 125 weight class.
I think that's. She's even kind of small at 115 for some of those girls, like Joanna's and
She
stuff.
didn't look like outmatched size-wise in that Marina fight. The size wasn't the reason
I think
she
a lot
lost.
of it's Marina's posture, too. Like, she has that upper cross
maybe she's taller than her, but I'm saying, like, the size was the reason she lost that fight. It was speed. Marina's was just a better striker on her feet than she was. That's why she lost the fight. Marina out struck her.
Yeah, range.
And someone like Barber, who's not that big. Yeah. Right,
different fighting style.
Maverick's not that big either. I think that'd be a great fight for
maybe
everybody
Watterson
involved.
would play better with that brawler style, not so much the technical.
And the builds are very similar between those 3. They're very similar built people, so I think that'd be a fun fight to see.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next fight. Cerrone.
Do we have to talk about this?
Sad that we have to even talk about this.
All right, Donald Cerrone versus Alex Morono, the Cowboy versus the Great White. Cowboy versus Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Cowboy, you drew the short straw, man. You had one that you were gonna win. Could have possibly been your last fight, actually, the way you've been talking. But you get Morono a tougher fight than Diego Sanchez on short notice.
Way tougher fight than Diego
and you
Sanchez.
got beat down.
Man,
Like
I mean,
knew within the first 10 seconds he was not gonna win this fight.
Yeah, but all that I wouldn't go that far because Morono came out like that against Pettis, and he kind of slowed as the fight progressed. It was a short notice fight. I thought if Cowboy could make it out of that round, it might have favored him later into it. Because if you go back in December when Morono fought Pettis, he came out the same way. He beat the shit out of Anthony Pettis in that first round, and Pettis is kind of at the next second 2 rounds. Pettis kind of got better as the fight progressed. Again, Morono took this on short notice too, so who knows what his gas tank really was? That could be why he came out so crazy like that.
Maybe, but I mean, I think Cerrone
it doesn't matter because we didn't get that far.
Cerrone looked 3 steps behind, to me. Like everything he was too late on everything.
No,
too slow.
But again, I think that would have evened out as the fight progressed. Is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter because
Cerrone has the chin for it to do that anymore, though. Like he can't take those
he
shots.
He took the shots against Nico Price. That went to decision. Nico Price hits as hard as anybody. Morono just came out and he hit the shot that put him out. That shot that would have put anybody out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the speed was a factor, but those shots would have put anybody out for sure.
Apparently, he says he wants one more at 155. He doesn't want to go out like this, but
I don't want to see him fight again.
Yeah.
As much as I love Cowboy Cerrone, there's nobody out there I want to see him fight. I don't think he's going to beat anybody, at least worth mentioning at 155. So I'd rather see him ride off in the sunset, take some DMT trips, jump out some airplanes.
Train him on the BMF ranch.
Right.
Make your money, live your life, ride your snowmobiles, everything else. Have
Enjoy
fun.
your son, man.
Make
Trust
me
me
envious.
They grow up quick, Cowboy, man. Enjoy that boy as he grows up.
What do we think for Morono? Who's he going? Who's he fight? A top 15 guy?
Know what I want to see?
Fight Donald Cerrone was number 15.
I want to see him fight Michel Pereira. I think it's a fun matchup.
I don't think it gets top 15. Well, Cowboy
Pereira's
top 15.
not a top 15.
Is Cowboy really top 15 though? Like,
well, 15 is like that. That 15 spots rotation. There's just not 15 welterweights that are that good. But I would love to see the fight with Morono coming at Pereira. Pereira isn't going to get a chance to play around too much because Morono's going to come. Morono's aggressive. He did it against Pettis. He did it against Reese McKee. Remember that fight? He beat the fuck out of Reese McKee. Morono does not sit back and let you dance around. So it's going to force Pereira to fight. And we know when Pereira gets pushed, he comes back. He can strike and brawl with everybody. So I think it's a fun matchup to watch.
I'd be down for that.
All right, let's move on to the next fight.
The Neal Bowl. We have Neal Magne, the Haitian sensation, versus Jeff Hands of Steel Neal.
Yeah.
And the better all-around fighter won this fight.
We were both on Magne for this. Like, he's just rangier. He had a solid reach advantage.
This was a terrible matchup for Neal.
He's more of a well put together MMA fighter. Neal has one way to win the fight, and that's his hands.
And not only that, we talk about the reach and the length.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to use that strength against a guy like Magne. He doesn't have the Magne's at the better grappling for sure. Yeah. He has like that magnet on the cage. For some reason, he pulls guys into that
his distance
clinch.
management's good.
So good, so good, and he's good at absorbing blows. Right, if you do get a clean shot, he's good at
he rolls with it.
rolling that neck and doing all that stuff. Because Magne put a mouse on his eye really quick.
He hit him with a few good shots.
Really quick early, and Neal. We're gonna call Neal Magne here, and Jeff Neal because it's a battle of the Neal. So Magne absorbed those blows, and again got that fight to be where he wanted to be, up against the cage and the dirty grappling and all that.
He wouldn't let Neal he wouldn't let Jeff put combinations together. He'd close the distance, he'd get clinched up.
Right, and with that range, Magne just had to fight everywhere he wanted. Won by decision. Again, we both had was Oscar. We'll talk about it later. But my whiskey wager is my underdog of the night, which I don't know how he was the underdog. Honestly,
what is it?
I don't know how he was the underdog.
Oh yeah.
This is probably the worst fight. One of my.
This is the.
I've had a lot of worst fight evers lately. But this one might just keep getting worse and worse. Marcos Rogerio de Lima versus Maurice Green, the crochet boss. And we had two giant men rubbing titties for 3 rounds.
We couldn't figure out which one wanted to fight more.
Neither one wanted to fight.
It didn't seem that way.
Know what pissed me off the most about this fight? The first 2 rounds were just fucking snooze fest. De Lima laying on top of Green. Green not doing anything to get out of there. He's just accepting that position. And at the end of round 2, you got Maurice Green kind of puts his fingers in De Lima's eye. De Lima hits him with a late shot.
Behind the bell, after the bell.
You hear Maurice Green saying, "Hey, motherfucker," all this shit. And then you come back out, you're angry.
You're shaking hands and shit.
But not only that, the third round, you're angry at each other and you lay each other again.
Yeah.
Where's the fighting? You're so pissed at each other.
No, they made up when they came out for that third round. They were pissed off, and then they go, "Oh yeah, it's okay, brother."
I do. Shout out to Herb Dean, who's been getting bad fucking publicity lately. He took control of that situation.
Yeah.
He pointed at both of them. He was like, "Dad," and like, "Hey, listen, motherfucker, you're gonna listen to me. You're gonna calm down. You're gonna calm down." But again, this was a fucking terrible fight. Nothing worse than a heavyweight grappling decision because there is not a lot of movement.
Yeah.
I don't know how they kind of 166 strikes. I don't remember seeing that much striking.
I mean, it was some pepper shots from half guard. I was expecting a big knockout from De Lima, but
Well, I was thinking a knockout from De Lima, or he gets gassed out and Crochet Boss pulls an upset because of De Lima. Because De Lima, when he fought King Kong, Romanoff, in that fight, had some moments where he looked kind of sharp. And then King Kong just brute force took over and he ended up choking him out. And also he gassed out. I thought that would have been the case, but I think this might be sayonara to Maurice Green.
oh yeah, I agree.
He was almost out.
Like, no, we were saying that for who, and then they won. Ryan Spann.
Uh,
That's who it was. But
no.
I think definitely it's time.
No,
for
we
Maurice
thought,
Green.
well, Maurice Green was almost out the door, and he pulled up that miracle choke against Vallant.
Well, then he got starched by Greg Hardy.
Right. So that's back-to-back losses now, and he was already almost out. They just cut a whole bunch of people again.
Man, they cut Jordan Griffin, who won that fight.
They cut a lot of people. Reese
felt bad for him.
They cut a big group. I forget all the people in that list, but a lot of people got cut out. So I think Maurice Green, we might have seen his last UFC fight, at least for a while. He's got to go somewhere, build himself back up.
What is he? He's 37 or something, isn't he?
I don't know what he is, but he ain't going to be UFC for much longer for sure. De Lima, again, a guy, he's one up, one down. He wins one, lose one, win one, lose one. Again, I think he's going to start just, he's going to be that opening fight for a contender. A guy comes in either from the Contender Series or they sign from LFA, and De Lima's going to be one of those first fight guys. And let's see how you handle against a guy that's been here for a while. So whoever De Lima's going to fight, I probably don't know his name right
Yeah, I'm not super excited about De Lima.
now. Neither
All
of
right,
those guys.
let's keep it rolling.
So I didn't get to watch this one.
was awesome. Gillespie, I was big on Gillespie all night. Right, he was my lock of the night. I had him locked in on my DraftKings lineups. And it was a fun fight for what it was. The first round, Ferreira was really easily able to prevent the takedown. He fought Gillespie really, really well. Every time he tried to take him down, he sprawled. He fought every takedown attempt. Got against the cage, pushed him off. Landed some good blows too. He rocked Gregor a couple times. At the end of the first round, Gregor was wobbling going to the corner. We're like, oh shit, doesn't look good. But he just came like a fucking animal in round 2.
I was curious about that chin coming off that Kevin Lee knockout. And then, Ferreira misses weight. You know what that's all about, right?
He didn't want to get.
He didn't want to get wrestle fucked.
Classic move. If you
Let's
see
come
a
in
guy,
heavy.
if you're fighting a wrestler and you see a guy come in about 3 to 4 pounds heavy, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna come in heavy so this guy can't fucking wrestle me. And Ferreira, what's this, 155? He looked like he weighed about 180, 185 during this fight. Gillespie might have been 180 himself, but Ferreira looked noticeably bigger than Gregor Gillespie for sure. It was a big difference, but his gas tank ran out. And
Yeah, it's one thing to do that against, like your basic MMA wrestler, but that's an NCAA double Division I champ.
Did not stop. It was Khabib, Islam-esque that go from one takedown. I missed that first one, but I roll into from a double to a single to an ankle pick, a log lift, all these different rolls into one, and finally Fred just kind of laid there and just accepted a loss. It was great. Gregor, for his experience, is not that young.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him
Fast track.
get in that top 10. He's getting that top 10 somewhere. Let's maybe a Chiesa. Is Chiesa going to fight? No, he's not.
Chiesa's
Chiesa-
170.
170 now. That's right.
So what are
we're
we?
lightweight right there.
Lightweight.
Well, Paul
There is
Felder.
no champ for lightweight anymore.
Yeah, his name's Michael Chandler.
What about Dan Hooker? What's Dan Hooker doing?
Dan Hooker would be a good fight from. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dan Hooker actually is probably the best.
Would you make Makachev?
Now that would be awesome, but I don't think they want those two guys to fight. I think they're going to give.
I think
you might
Makhachev-
see Makachev and Hooker. Honestly,
Yeah. Well, Makachev's been trying to get Dos Anjos, but he won't
right.
commit to it or something.
I don't know what Paul Felder's doing. He seems pretty comfortable behind there, but I like a Gregor and Paul Felder fight. Get him that top 10.
I don't know if Paul Felder really wants to fight, though, right?
He signed a couple extra fights after that RDA main event, so I think he still has some fights in him. I think that'd be a good fight.
All right. Well, moving on, we got Philip Haas.
One more fight on the main card.
This was one of the best fights of the night.
Dawkins.
Megatron and Kyle Dawkins.
Megatron came out. Phil Hawes has always been known as a quick finisher. I'm gonna knock this guy out fast, but if you survive that flurry, I'm going to gas out.
We're still waiting on him to lose. I mean, that's because
Right.
that's his 3 fights. He's still proving people wrong. Like,
He
we're like,
could
he's
have
going to
lost
gas.
his
This is where it's
last
going to
one.
happen.
Who did he fight that last fight?
I can't remember who he fought.
Imamov?
Imavov, yeah, he beat Imavov.
Imavov, but Imavov's fight IQ rare. Imovov's fight IQ. He was actually winning exchanges on the feet, but he let Hawes just press him against that cage. It was an ugly fight. This one, Dawkins kind of was getting a little bit better of him on the feet in the beginning of the first round, but Hawes ended up taking it to the ground, which is really fucking shocking because you don't want to go to the ground with a guy like fucking Kyle Dawkins, right?
He's black belt, right?
Black belt jiu-jitsu. Subs from all angles.
Yeah,
he
that's a
has the
big
jiu-jitsu
dude,
body.
though.
Look at that jiu-jitsu body, though.
Yeah, that's a
He's
big
got the
dude.
front shoulders. He's all in that grappling position, all ready to go. That's from years and years of rolling around on the ground. But again, they said the big dude, Hawes, was able to wrestle him down, wear him out. And then
Some people are just freakishly strong.
Right. He could have got a finish in round 2. Honestly, if they would have stopped the fight, I would be like, yeah, that's about right. Because he had him flattened out. And it was raining on blows on him.
I saw the scores. There was a 10-8 in there somewhere. So
I think that's the second round. Because I believe, and it was either mount or back mount, but he had him flattened out, and he was just raining hooks. Dawkins is all bleeding all over the fucking place. It was pretty bad. Most notably about this fight, though, Phil Hawes' hair decided they want to start falling out. If you guys are following us on Twitter, I was talking about that quite a bunch. Apparently, he bleached his hair, and his hair did not agree with it. Throughout the fight, the backside of his hair kept getting less and less and less and less and less. Either that or that wasn't real hair. Whatever happened, he had less hair at the end of this match than he did in the beginning.
It looks good, though. I like it.
Oh, yeah, it came out like Simon Phoenix. I was pumped.
Yeah.
That was my first post. Like, oh, look at Phil Hawes coming out like Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. Yeah. He's coming for that middleweight division. I told him about taking a rest, but maybe a Kevin Holland fight.
I like it.
I like that Kevin Holland fight, right? Let's go.
Kevin Holland can't wrestle.
Well, Hawes doesn't really want to wrestle, honestly.
He will.
He'll go to it if he has to.
Come on, a Gastelum fight?
Gastelum be a fun fight, too. Gastelum might be a little bit too high up. I don't know if Gastelum would take that fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think he would.
I don't know if that's all to lose for him. I love that idea of him fighting Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Because no, I don't. I'm taking that off. Let's give him Brad Tavares because I would want the Kevin Holland Sean Strickland fight. I want that fight to happen. The talking in that fight would be fucking great. Yeah. They'll be talking shit back and forth. They'll be on the feet, hitting each other, boxer versus kickboxer, basically. So again, I think Brad Tavares would be a good one for Phil Hawes. Try to break that top 15.
No.
All right, let's go back. Next fight, undercard.
The mullet.
He looks like a Jonas brother with a mullet to me.
Trazano.
Your cousins.
Yeah, we have Michael Trazano versus Ludwig Klein. Was it featherweight? The main event in the prelims. Fun fight for sure. Competitive throughout the way through. Thought this was going to be a TKO. I actually put my whiskey and wages, we'll talk about a little bit later, for Klein to get a TKO victory here. Trazano, former Ultimate Fighter winner. And this is a good match. Trazano was actually getting the better of Klein on the feet, which is actually very shocking, you know. And it forced Klein to get into some ground takes. It was kind of a questionable decision. You know, I have no qualms talking shit about a fucking judge. But I think Klein won this fight. I think he won rounds 1 and 2. Trazano wins round number 3. The judges saw it otherwise.
From the highlights that I saw, it looked like it was kind of pretty competitive in the first and second, but there was a takedown each of the end of each one for Klein.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got 4 to 0.
Right, exactly. In the first 2 rounds on the feet, it was pretty fucking even. Right, they're going back and forth, blow for blow, trading strikes, and then Klein would get rocked a little bit for sure, but then shoot a takedown and kind of take that away. In round 3, it was all Trazano. All Trazano for sure. There was
he has
no
a lot
question he
more
won that
total
fight.
strikes.
Right, and that separation came in round number 3.
Yeah.
But going up to it, I thought that Klein with those takedowns. Apparently, the judges say his takedowns he didn't do anything with them, was kind of true. But if you're going to call a fight and they're even standing up tall, and I get the differentiation, you know,
you got to find the differing factor.
But you leave it in the hands of the judges, and you're bound to get fucked, you know. So Klein goes back to the drawing board. Trazano, again, former Ultimate Fighter winner, has been out for a while. Has had a lot of injuries, I guess. Kind of healing up for us. So who knows?
It's the first time I'm hearing of Trazano. So.
Yeah. Apparently, he won the Ultimate Fighter 3 years ago.
Well.
All right, let's keep it rolling.
It's a fun fight.
Man,
the
this
Iron
is the
Turtle.
one I switched last minute. I was on Jun Young Park. I think we both were.
Yeah, we both
were. Like, it's going to be a long night for Nuchukwi if he gets taken down. I bought the hype. Yeah.
And it was about takedowns.
Yeah.
Park was beating him on the feet.
Yeah.
I'm starting to question if Tafon has the power everybody talks about, because he landed flush shots on Park multiple times, and Park just ate him. Yeah. Ate him and spin him back out. And you could say, Park has this legendary toughness now.
It's an Iron Turtle, man.
But Pickett did the same thing. Jamie Pickett did the same thing. Tafon was not able to knock Pickett out of that fight either. He had to go to the decision for it. So maybe that power is not what people say it is. But again, Park was better than him on the feet. And I don't know if this was intentional or not, but anytime Park started getting ahead, he get a shot in the dick. Tafon had a couple flush shot right to the Iron Turtles.
Taken in the second round.
Yeah,
right?
point taken in the second round, which Tafon probably won that second round. He would have been a 10-9, changed the whole thing up because of that. But again, third round ends with fucking Park just raining down blood, crimson mass for Tafon and Chugui.
Park could be a sleeper in that division.
Yeah, apparently I guess he started his MMA career 3-3. But he's won like his last 10 now. Yeah. And he's coming on strong. He is not going to be a sleeper no more. No. After this fight, he's one of the reasons why he's going on the radar. Apparently, he just trains out in, I think, Thailand, is it?
I don't know where he trains from. Korea.
He's
from South Korea.
But he doesn't leave. Like, he trains at home. Yeah. He doesn't go travel out. He stays within there. That's why he's kind of people don't know him too much. He doesn't mingle with the MMA community. But he's got like a little secret camp out there, small camps, just him and his people. Yeah. And he fucking comes out.
Doing work.
I'm excited to see him. Who did he fight the last fight? The guy Phillips.
That was John Phillips,
who doesn't fucking stop a takedown for what?
Hamzat ragdolled
him. So I kind of wasn't that impressed. But what he did to Tafon, who's a much better fighter than Phillips, shows that
those
Park's
South
here to
Koreans
play.
are looking good. Even what's his name in the light heavyweight, Don Jung.
He's a big motherfucker.
He beat down what's his name. I was like, whoa.
William Knight's got a fight coming up.
I mean, beat him down.
So yeah, South Korea is coming strong in the MMA scene. I like the Iron Turtle.
And then the final fight.
This is my guy.
Fight of the night.
My guy.
Christina Aguilera.
The pop star. That's what you should call himself. If your name is Christian Aguilera, own that shit and call yourself the fucking pop star. Like, come on. The beast. Yeah. He went the other way. I'm going to double down.
His nickname should be White Girl, since Young Jeezy did it, that white girl, Christina Aguilera.
Or Genie in the bottle.
Yeah.
The Genie. Something. Something. Carlson Harris.
What's his nickname?
Mocambique. Training at Brazil. First win for, I forget what country he's from. Was it?
I don't know.
Got the coolest fucking voice and accent in MMA. But I kind of was talking to Tony about it. Guyana. First Guyanese fighter to win in UFC.
Okay.
Came out strong. Aguilera has power, and he kind of rocked Harris at one point. But I kind of told Tony, watching tape on Carlson Harris, there's not going to be much time for this guy. Goes and tries to shoot a takedown. Yeah. And nonetheless, within 15 seconds, he ran on the legs. Aguilera fought him off a little bit. Caught him a little bit again with that like a right cross or something like that. Rocked Harris, but Harris was able to get him to the ground. And then it wasn't long before he locked in that anaconda. And it was night. Fun fight, and I think Harris is going to be a problem in that division.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting choice of an opponent for his debut. Like, Aguilera's had some experience in the UFC. He's not no slouch.
No, he's got pop, too. He can put people to sleep. And he caught Harris, so Harris took that shot. He is, again, another one of those guys, kind of like Gregor Gillespie, Islam Makhachev. Obviously, the greatest at it was Khabib. Just this relentless. Yeah, you might hit me a couple times. Yeah. You might stop the first takedown because you that second, that third, that fourth. Sooner or later, you're going to give in to me taking to the ground, and that's what happened. And a nice anaconda choke to finish and get the win in the first round.
All right. Well, that wraps up. What was this? Vegas
26.
26. How do we all do on our whiskey and wagers?
Well, if you rolled with me, you had yourself a good night. My three favorite bets was one, Mr. Carlson Harris himself making his debut. I had him at plus or minus 140. That hit. I had the gift Gregor Gillespie at minus 180. My dog came through. Neal Magne at plus 165. I did miss on one. I wasn't perfect. Ludwig Klein, I had him by TKO. Klein was the biggest favorite on the card, and I thought that was a little crazy. He's the biggest favorite. I did think he would win. I did think he would get a knockout. So I thought, try to sweeten the pot a little bit, put that money on him, and I went and laid that TKO bet. Did not turn out too well. Head-to-head our picks, we kind of stayed. We were even 5-4, both of us. Yeah. We only disagreed on 2 fights, and we split those fights. So that's why we were even for the night. Tony had Rodriguez in the main event. I had Hawes in the match. Everything else we agreed on. Yeah. DraftKings, we did pretty well. The 9K, we kind of talked about it in the notes. If you followed our DraftKings suggestions, the 9K was kind of a shit show anyway, not to prioritize it. And it kind of turned out that way. Klein did not score well at all at only 45 points. Neal, even worse, at 26. Rodriguez was okay, but still did not make value at 85. When you're
she was 9,200, right?
When you're getting your fighters in DK, especially a 9K person, you got to get at least 100 points.
Yeah.
You want to get at least 90, right?
You're at the bottom of the barrel.
Think of it like I want 10
otherwise.
times my money. So if someone's $9,200, you want 92 points at least when you're getting that, and it just didn't work for her. The top 9K, which I don't know how this fucking comes out, was the Lima control time sat on DraftKings. We need to talk about this.
Well, that is the control time and even just strikes in general.
Right.
So it's not even about significant strikes. They're getting 0.2 for
just
every SS.
If you're just
and 0.2 for just a strike.
If you're just doing this, you're getting points.
Yeah.
So again, we didn't talk about that DraftKings. I reached out to you. You didn't respond to me, you motherfuckers. You sure as hell take my money when I put it in there. When I ask a question, you don't answer back.
Yeah, damn sure don't want to give it back.
But on the flip side, value, we did really well. I had Neal Magne as my top value guy. He got the win. I had Gina Park as well. He got the win. And my sleeper was one of the highest scores, and he's the guy who really broke the slate, was Alex Morono. He came through, got that win, 106 points. Tony also had Magne and Park. He went with Watterson, who still scored pretty high, and 50 points last night at her price tag.
It was $7,000, right?
Right, would really helped you out. I think some lineups actually cashed and got some good money with Watterson in that lineup. So if you rolled with us, you did all right. Again, you might not have broken the slate unless you had the Lima, but again. I posted my lineup on our Twitter. I had the 6 for 6 somehow, some way. If you watch what the Lima did, and then you watch the fight what Rodriguez did, how could you tell me that the Lima deserved more points than her? There's no fucking.
It's the control time.
It's just fucking crazy. But it is what it is. It's happening. It's why it's called gambling. Again, overall, good night for us here. Setting up for the big card coming up this weekend.
All right, let's hop into it. UFC 262. Let it load up here.
Charlie Olives.
We got DeBronx.
Charles Oliveira.
No, his name's Charlie Olives.
Charlie Olives versus
Chandler. And
Michael
I think
Iron Chandler.
Mike had mentioned that I think Chandler is underdog.
He is
right
a plus
now.
110. I've already laid my bet down on that.
I feel like
I'm definitely riding with Chandler. We're actually agreeing on this one.
Chandler's 110.
Lock it in before it flips.
How do you see this fight ending?
But
I think Chandler knocks him out.
Fuck out.
So you think like
first or second round?
Chandler to finish too, huh?
Yes.
And honestly, I think even if it goes to decision, that Chandler's going to win that fight. I just don't see anywhere.
Plus 210 for him to finish.
I like it.
Ooh.
I might have to lay some down on that.
Like breaking this down, Oliveira's best way to win this fight is by submission, right? That's his best tool. Chandler's never been tapped. He's been with top guys that can sub him out. He's never been subbed. He's a good wrestler. He's strong. He's got a fucking neck made of iron.
But I think this may be it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a scrappy fight because I think Oliveira has some flashy stuff on the feet. You can put him in bad positions to get taken down, and if Chandler can be wise to it, not fall for that trap, I think eventually he'll knock him out on the feet. But
I am still.
I can see him getting pulled into some
sold.
situations, but.
I am not. I know the Bronx has this fucking winning streak. I know we had that fucking travesty against Tony Ferguson that happened. That technically he won just because nothing else happened. But his winning streak, his names aren't that great on there.
Yeah.
If you look at the people he's beating, it's not like a fucking who's who.
Yeah, and he's lost to some people too. So I mean.
And if you think about it, I mean, he's gonna get hit by Chandler, and he's not gonna be able to get him down. Let's see some of these names we're pulling up right now. Like Kevin Lee, like Jared Gordon, like they're not. Nick Lentz, who's not there. Tamer. Like, I mean,
Miller.
900 years old, Jim Miller.
Guida.
Clay Guida, again, 900 years old.
Lost to Paul Felder.
He lost to Felder.
So if we're looking at these people that he's beaten, he's not beating the cream of the crowd. He lost to Lamos in 2016.
Pettis.
So we're looking at Charlie Olives, and he's not knocking out like the cream of the crop. So there's a lot of the Tony Ferguson's his best win, and we're gonna find out in this card too where Tony Ferguson really is anymore.
Yeah, and I think Chandler's just so good at closing distance, even when he's at that reach disadvantage, like how he did Hooker.
And he's got that power.
Yeah, he's very athletic, explosive.
He's got that power. So I'm rolling with Chandler by KO within the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, same. Maul and Chandler, lay it down.
Wow. All right, I think I might put some serious money on this fight. But when I say serious, I mean like $50.
Ooh, we're going hard. We're going hard.
$50. All right.
We're missing a few meals
Hey,
if
you
we
can
lose.
get like a fucking, you can get a toe pick from Jacquaray for that. You know, that's some money right there.
You get a foot pick.
You can't get the foot, just the toe.
You only
For
get the
50 bucks,
pinky
you
toe.
You get to pick the toe? Like you can't even pick which one?
Well, let's see the next fight. Tony Ferguson, Dariush.
All right. This is like another Donald Cerrone.
You hate Tony Ferguson. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. I see he should not be fighting, I feel like.
You're going to enjoy this.
I think Dariush is going to knock him out.
I don't know if Dariush is going to knock him out.
He's going to do him like he did Jacquaray Close.
Can you knock out Tony Ferguson?
Yeah.
Can you? Who's
think
done
so.
it? Justin Gaethje couldn't fucking do
Yeah,
it.
but I
do
think
it.
from all that damage that he took,
That's a long time ago.
In
And he
that
took
fight-
no damage in the Oliveira fight. He
I
took
think-
0 damage in that fight.
I think Dariush is
Oliveira was the
gonna
one
do it.
bleeding.
I think Dariush
I
is
don't
gonna
think
do
so.
it.
I actually think Tony has a spinning elbow into a Darce and wins this fight.
I like it. I'd like to see it.
He's underdog at 125.
I'm liking Tony Ferguson. I'm now going to go against Tony Ferguson. Dariush is a great fight. If he does win this fight, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's a shock. But I think Tony Ferguson is hard to trade for, hard to get used to. And I don't think Dariush is a championship type guy. And I don't think he's got enough tools to beat Tony Ferguson.
I think Dariush is going to finish him.
No, Tony's bigger. He's got
Obviously,
more reach.
Tony is much better in his prime, but I just think it's
He's got the reach. Look, Dariush.
That's so hard to finish Ferguson.
Right. He's not going to finish him. You don't finish Tony Ferguson. The ref had to stop that fight. He wasn't going to stop going.
We'll see.
We saw that armbar that Oliveira had on him, too. You're not tapping him. You got to kill him.
You got to choke him.
You got to kill Tony Ferguson
You gotta choke
to
him.
stop him. He's going to have a almost 5-inch reach advantage on Dariush. It's going to happen mostly on the feet. This fight's going to happen mostly on the feet. Because do you want to go to the floor, Tony Ferguson? Not really. Not Dariush, at least. A guy like Oliveira might want to do it.
Well, just seen a lot of these fighters, once they start to head down that hill, it's hard for them to bounce back.
But look who he lost.
And Dariush is coming uphill, you know?
Is he?
Yeah, so he's coming off a pretty good win.
No, he's not. He's beat Ferreira.
He beat Ferreira. He beat Jacquaray Close. Who did he lose to before that?
Jacquaray Close lost in the fucking stare downs.
He lost.
He got knocked out by a shove
shoved.
in the chest.
He got shoved.
Like, come on. Got finished by a shove in the
For
chest.
some reason, I just can't pick Tony Ferguson.
El Kukui, the boogeyman
I
returns.
didn't pick him against Oliveira either.
El Kukui comes back, lets everybody know, 27-4. He's still a factor in that division, and he might be the next title contender after Gaethje.
Whoa, okay.
After Gaethje.
Okay.
It's going to be whoever wins this fight is going to face Gaethje, and then Kukui might be next.
I'm going Dariush. TKO.
TKO.
Yeah.
Something that's never happened before. We're
gonna see. We're gonna
he talks
see
about me making bold claims.
We're gonna
Hold
see
on,
it first.
hold on.
We're gonna see it first.
Oh, I don't have.
What is it?
either.
Plus 400 probably.
They don't
Shit,
have
it's probably
any.
plus 11. The props won't be up until fucking
They got it for Chandler.
Friday.
and-
Yeah, they just have it for Chandler.
yeah,
don't
but they won't be
have
up
it
till
for-
Friday.
For Ferguson. All right, let's keep it rolling. Number 3 on the list on the fight.
Another one we're
cards.
going to disagree on. I'm going with the young. See, we're kind of going to the flip side here. I'm going with the young and hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jack the Joker Hermanson. I think his experience. I think it's too big of a step. I think coming off a loss for Shabazian.
I think the opposite. I think Hermansson's not as good as we thought he is. I think he's got some lucky wins in there. His biggest win is Gaslam.
Yeah,
When Gaslam was in his shit show, he caught him in an ankle lock.
Yeah.
I don't think
21-6.
Hermansson is. Everyone thought Hermansson was that top 5 guy, right? That title type contender. And I think we're gonna find out that he's not that guy we thought he was. And Shabazian, the young up and comer, is gonna get this fight done. Maybe he goes to decision.
Yeah, I mean it's close to a pick'em right now. I think, right? No, it's minus 160. Hermansson's a favorite.
Yeah, I'm
75,
liking the young gun.
yeah.
Shabazian lost that fight got finished by Brunson, but again, Brunson is top 10 fighter himself. He derailed, the Kevin Holland train, right? Kevin Holland was knocking everybody out, took over 2020, and Brunson stopped that dead in his tracks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna think Edmund was supposed to be Holland, right? Edmund was on that trajectory last year until Brunson got to him. So I think he's a young man. He's only like 23 years old or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's young.
So I think he gets back on track here and gets the win.
It's just
All right. Caitlin Chukagian.
Caitlin, I punch air and go ha. Chukagian.
I gotta go Chukagian here, but I hate it. I do.
She's gonna win.
I fucking hate this fight.
She's gonna win.
It's gonna be a boring. This is the fight you gotta take a shit. You've been eating wings and pizza all night.
This is gonna be a fucking slow stand up, not hitting anything. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going to decision.
Yeah.
This is what
it's going to decision. Rugio's going to want to grapple. So either if she does win, it's going to be on control time and get takedowns. It's going to be a boring fight to watch. I'm going to go with Chikagi. She seems to beat everybody but like those champion types. Like if you look at her wins, her only losses are to Jessica I, who's competed for a title and has an OnlyFans now for very high prices.
She lost to Andrade.
Who's a former champion, and she lost a Valentina. So she doesn't lose anybody but like the top of the top, and I just don't think Araujo's that person.
No, I think she beats Araujo.
All right, let's keep it rolling.
This is the one.
Shane Burgos, Edson
This is gonna be my. This is where I'm knocking on the wood. Let's get no fucking COVID, no stupid fucking injuries. Nobody misses weight. Let's get this fucking fight signed because both these guys are big motherfuckers for that weight class.
Yeah.
So hope they all make their weight. Nobody passes out in the fucking scale, and this fight happens.
Burgos looks like a 170.
This is a fight of the year contender right here.
And anytime you got Burgos, you're getting a fight. Like.
Burgos Emmett was my favorite. It may not have been fight of the year last year, but it was my favorite fight last year that I watched. And
all Barboza, of Barbosa's fights are good.
And Barboza just hang and bang, right? He's gonna throw those crazy ass spin kicks. This fight is gonna be. And Burgos is a chin like a motherfucker.
I think this is a fight that we could see. Burgos is gonna bring out what we need from Barboza.
We're gonna find out, is Barboza done? We're gonna find out, is Burgos a title type contender? There's gonna be so much, and it's gonna be a fun show to watch because they're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I think I'm going to side with Barboza here.
I'm going with Shane Burgos.
I think Shane's defense is a little too holy, and I think Barboza is going to find that connection.
Again, that's the reason it's a pick 'em fight too, and I can totally see that happen. I just think Burgos is going to be a little bit quicker. I think he's going to be a little bit bigger too.
Oh, he's going to be bigger.
He's
going to be bigger. He's a big dude.
So I'm going with Shane Burgos here.
Yeah. All right, let's move to the undercard. Jacquaray, Souza, and Andre Muniz.
To Jiu-Jitsu.
This is gonna be This is gonna be a Abu Dhabi combat club going on.
Muniz hooked me up on a prop bet when he first fought, plus 400 to sub the opponent he fought. So I want to see the sub prop again for this. But Jacquaray, obviously an ace at jiu-jitsu, but has he passed his time?
I mean, we know that that chin is sketchy these days.
Yeah, but I don't think that's really Muniz's strong suit. He's a grappler too.
But that wasn't like a big time punch that Holland hit either. He's on his back, doing almost a breakdance move, doing an air flare. Through that's a
6-inch reach advantage too there.
I think I'm gonna. I know I went with Tony, but that's more just because my fandom's going with Tony. But I always tend to lean to the younger fighter. That's kind of my strategy for 2021. And I think Jacquaray had his time, had his moment, and now it's time for Muniz to make his name off him.
Yeah, I just don't know how complete of an MMA fighter Muniz is outside of his grappling. I know Jacquaray can stand and bang. And I could be completely wrong. He could get knocked the fuck out. But I think I'm going to go with Souza here. Just because I don't know enough about Muniz. I've only seen him fight one time in the UFC. So.
Right, and I've seen.
I will probably lay a sub prop though.
I've seen Souza fight too many times.
Yeah.
And I think there's too many miles on that body. I mean, he fought in Strikeforce. That's almost like fighting WEC, right? There's not too many people that fought in Strikeforce that are still winning, and there's not too many people that fought in WEC that are still winning. So I'm going with Muniz on this one.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Neal.
I think we're agreeing here.
Awesome performance last time out. Well, Bontarn had a pretty decent performance last time out too, but he tanked. He gassed.
Looks like a Kirkland Burgos.
Yeah.
A Kirkland brand Burgos.
Smaller version.
Yeah. It should be. I mean, the 125ers always are fun fights, right? These guys move like crazy. They transitions, but Schnell's gonna be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger.
Schnell's gonna win. He's more technical.
Right.
I'm
with you on that one. I'm going with Matt Schnell on this one.
And I think I'm gonna end up parlaying Matt Schnell with somebody.
Ooh.
For like a 2-leg parlay.
Little scale wagers, a little sample there.
I think
like
he wins.
All right,
maybe with Chikagan at minus 140.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Minus 140 and minus 165 will get you a good return.
I think we're agreement on this next one. Antonina Shevchenko versus Andrea KGB
I mean,
Lee.
They're both cuties. So
why is her nickname KGB? It's
maybe
not her
initials.
Russian spy. She's not Russian.
Maybe she's a Russian spy.
Fighting is La Pantera. Antonina's going to fly there on herself.
Valentina's big sister.
Is she older?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
She's like the fucking Indiana Jones, a female version of Indiana Jones. She's a pilot.
No, yeah.
She's a fighter.
These chicks are spies.
They're so fucking awesome, dude.
The Shevchenkos are spies.
They're like Tomb Raider chicks.
I'm pretty sure the Shevchenkos are both spies. You got pilots. She's all tactical.
Dude, she could play Laura Croft. Like seriously,
Yeah.
she could.
And Valentina could play Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. They're superheroes.
Yeah, I think Antonina wins this fight. Probably maybe same fashion she won her last fight.
Yeah, she looked really good. Who did
She ground and pounded. I
I didn't pick her. I know that.
can't remember who it was. And she did well in DraftKings
Right.
for a price,
No,
which was
and I
8,400.
talked so much shit about her.
Yeah.
Oh, my girl. That's why.
Oh, the other hottie, Lipsky.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's not a fair bet for me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But she lost to Chikagian.
But the thing is,
Right.
what's interesting is because Chikagian's a very good grappler. She trains with DDS, Danaher Death Squad,
Right.
and Henzo Gracie. And she grappled the shit out of Shevchenko. And then Shevchenko turns on and grapples the shit out of Lipsky.
And I feel like Antonina doesn't have like the fighting experience that Valentina does. She's starting. Her career is not the point. Even though she's older, like the mileage that Valentina has. That's why I thought Valentina is older because their experience, not just in MMA and Muay Thai and all that shit. Antonina is not on that level as far as the mileage. So she's getting better. So for the time she fought Caitlin Chikagian to now, she's a lot better.
And Chikagian's top of the division.
She is. I mean, she's number 2 in the division for a reason. Like I said, she only loses to the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think Antonina wins.
as you
This
see,
fight.
only 8-2. She's only 8-2 in MMA. So she doesn't have many fights, and she's getting better as she goes. So again, we're in agreement on this one. We both like Antonina.
Cool. Let's go early prelims. Lando Venata and Mike Grundy.
I mean, you're always in for a good, fun fight with Venata. I just don't think I think Grundy's going to get him.
He's got a Star Wars name. If that is not a
Yeah,
Lando
Lando
Venata is like the most Star Wars.
He should be a
fucking name.
Mandalorian.
Right.
You know?
Right, for sure. That's a total fucking
Lando, Boba.
Lando
you know,
Venata.
versus
That's
Mike
a
Grundy.
total goddamn fucking. Again, Lando's gonna have some fun in there. I think Grundy's gonna get this done though. Bigger, thicker. He's not gonna be like taller, but he's gonna be thicker than him coming in there. And Venata, he's kind of up and down fighter.
Both coming off losses.
I think Venata's coming off 3 losses.
Really? Oh, he lost to Bobby Green twice, I think.
Well, he
I don't know
lost.
if it was
It
inside
was a
those two.
draw. One of them was a draw to Green.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, it's going to be a fun fight, I think. It's going to be a
Right.
good fight. Maybe a fight.
Venata
potential
don't
fight
fight
of the night.
boring fights.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. Venata is not off 3 losses. I was looking over his win losses, and he like wins one, lose one, wins one, lose one, and he lost his last fight, so he might be due for a win.
We'll see.
If you're going
he's plus 100.
right, if you're going off trends, like we probably look it up there. He's basically 1-1 lost one, 1-1 lost one, 1-1 lost one, and he lost his last.
He's
fight.
going to fight for your money. He's going to be tough.
Right.
So you could place worse bets. for
Yeah,
$100.
I might see this one going the distance. Might be your best bet to look at. But as far as picks go, I'm still going to lean towards Grundy.
Yeah, I'll go with
He's again. I'm going to always, if it's a close fight, I'm going to lean with the guy who's kind of on the way up, not the guy who's been there for a while.
All right, let's keep that rolling. Jordan White, Jamie Pickett, the Beverly Hills Ninja.
I'm going with the Night Wolf.
Wait. Why is there no contest? Did they take the Buckley loss off?
Let's
Jordan
see.
Wright got knocked the fuck out by Joaquin Buckley last year.
Yeah.
Why is he 11-0?
It says he's got a.
He's got the loss, the knockout loss. There you go.
Yeah.
Did they take that off?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that.
Because it says he's 11-0 with 1 no contest in his record. Look. And
Well,
if you go
now
back-
they don't.
Yeah,
up there.
but now he's 11-0 in
Well,
general.
we know how the UFC side is.
Yeah. He definitely lost to
Fucked up.
Joaquin Buckley. Even if they took that away, he got knocked the fuck out in that fight. You see, look, it says right there, 11-0 with 1 no contest.
And Jordan Wright.
I like Jamie Pickett. He's a good pretty
They're
much.
both minus 112.
Right.
So it's
The
a
pick 'em
coin
fight.
flip.
He's 11-1-0 on Topology.
Yeah, that's his real record. He's 11-1. Got knocked out. Pickett is a game fighter. He can finish people. He's got good hands. He's got good striking. He's got a decent gas tank. He fought Tefon. We try and talk about it in his last fight. Tefon couldn't get him out of there. Couldn't finish him. Had some moments where he kind of had some shine in that fight. If you look at his regional stuff, he has like highlight reel knockouts. So I like Jamie Pickett, and I think Jordan Wright is very hittable.
And the other side, Jordan Wright has that karate style, bounce in, bounce out.
He
gets
leaves his
hit.
chin out
Yeah,
there.
he gets hit.
He leaves his
He
chin out
likes to
there.
have his back up against the cage
A
too.
5-inch reach advantage for Pickett. I'm
Yeah.
leaning Jamie Pickett.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Pickett as well. He's the underdog.
Underdog. No, it's
Well,
pick
they're-
'em. It's pick 'em.
Yeah, they're
It's a
both
pick 'em.
minus 112.
Okay,
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yeah, and then again, if Jordan Wright wins, I think it's probably a decision win. But I think Pickett finishes this fight in the first 2 rounds.
I'll throw $10 on it.
Damn.
There we
Big
go.
money, big money. All right, next fight.
Gina Mazzani versus Priscilla. I think Mazzani's gonna
Yeah.
grapple fuck her.
Yeah, Mazzani looked. I mean, it was Rachel Ostovich, but she looked really
Yeah.
good in that fight.
Yeah, and her husband or fiance or boyfriend, whatever's Tim Elliott.
It's Elliot. It's
grapple
Elliot.
machine as well.
Right.
Zombie girl.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna be thicker, bigger. She's ripped to shreds.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be way bigger.
Yeah, I
than
think she's
Control.
gonna do to what the hell's her
Cachoeira.
name? Cachoeira, what Valentina did to her, Shevchenko, when they fought.
That's gonna be way less.
Can you believe those two fought?
Yeah,
That's nuts to me. That is nuts.
Cachoeira was supposed to fight Courtney Casey, and that fight got thrown off.
Can you imagine? Oh,
right.
you get the
So
bullet.
I think you're gonna see what Courtney Casey was gonna do to her, and it's basically grapple fuck her again.
I think Mazzani's gonna beat the shit out of her.
Right. I think
I'm
so
gonna
too.
play her in DraftKings. I think she's gonna score high as hell.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. We're both on the same here.
Yeah.
That means that she's gonna. If we're both agreeing, she's gonna lose.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
I want to see where you're going on this one. I know you're Mr. Contender Series.
Tucker Lutz, I saw him fight one time on the Contender
Yeah.
Series. Kevin Aguilar has that experience, but he just came off that loss to, was it Cubs? Did Cub Swanson knock him out? No, he knocked out Rivera.
Espinoza.
No, he knocked out.
Espinoza, right?
No, it was.
Let's put an E.
One
It's
of
not
the-
him though. Look, Dan Ige couldn't knock him out.
Yeah.
He got knocked out by
Tucker Lutz is like-
Turkaloo, is it? Turkoff. And
Yeah.
Charles Rosa was another close fight.
Yeah.
I like Aguilar. He's got good hands. Fun fact, the first ever LFC lightweight champion. So he has some great. LFA, for people that don't know, don't really follow, is kind of like one of the best
Yeah.
lower level, regional level MMA organizations, right? You have the Bellators, the PFLs, UFCs, the ones, right? That's like the top level, the cream of the crop. LFA is like right underneath there.
Yeah.
If you come from LFA and you win a title there, you got some credit for doing that. And I think Aguilar wins this fight.
I think I'm siding with you. Like, I don't trust Contender Series people going in their first fight.
Well, here's what it's going to be.
I've been burned by it too much.
Lutz is going to try to wrestle this fight
Like
to
he's
the
gonna
ground.
gas out.
He's going to try, and I think Aguilar is going to be able to keep it up. Charles Rosa couldn't get him down.
Yeah.
Ige couldn't finish him. He's going to be in this. He's going to be in this fight for the 3 rounds.
Yeah, I can see something Tucker coming out hot, blowing his load,
Right.
and then Aguilar taking.
And
over
Aguilar's
in 2
got good
rounds.
hands. He's got good striking.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find out what Tucker Lutz really is. Again, coming out the Contender Series, that's definitely not his right numbers at all. He's more than
Sure
2.
it is.
He's got more fights than 2. He's definitely not 0-0-0. He definitely has a face. But I like Kevin Aguilar in this fight, and I believe he's a dog.
Yeah, he's underdog.
He's
Yeah,
minus
plus
106
He's
and
plus
minus
105.
118.
Kevin Aguilar?
Kevin
Kevin
Aguilar says minus 106.
That might have flipped because I'm looking at best fight odds.
Plus
right
105 right here.
here. Yeah, best fight odds. I pulled this off today on best
But
fight odds.
DK, it's flipped.
Minus 106, and Tucker is minus 118.
Well, it's
Or the people are laying money
money's
on
coming
Aguilar.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are laying money on Aguilar, and I think that's the way to go. Yeah, I like that. I like Aguilar in this fight.
All right, and one more
One
fight.
more.
The opening fight.
So
of the
I
night.
think Alvarez is out of this fight, and he's fighting Saul Soriano. That's what Tapology says.
I was gonna pick Alvarez in this fight.
Right, and I would too. But now that it's flipped, I like Giagos against
The Spartan.
Soriano.
Who did he fight his last time out?
What's the minus?
Oh,
was-
Carlton
What
minus. Oh man.
doesn't count as a
No.
win. It doesn't count as a win.
The Alaskan Circuit, your favorite.
Yeah, the AFC. AFC is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Giagos is a wrestler. He's gonna basically try to wear down. Sal Soriano's watching him. He does have some power. He can be a knockout. He might be a live guy to pick for DK because Giagos could gas.
Yeah.
He's known to gas out a little bit. But if you're just laying for straight bets and money or just heads up picks, I think Christos Giagos is the guy to go with here.
All right, that wraps up our predictions for
Before we get into the
262.
gossip.
The fun shit.
Yeah, some of the gossip
I'm
here.
gonna go empty the tank.
Oh, pee break.
You want to take a pee break real quick? All right, let's talk shit a little bit here.
I'll talk about Amanda Ribas anytime you want.
Amanda Ribas was fighting Angela Hill,
Angela
right?
Hill, right? Got called off the day of.
Because she got the COVID.
Second time.
What?
Second time. She got it before. She was talking about it in her interview. She said she's fine. Her and her dad both had it. They're both positive. I kind of reached out. Obviously, Dana White didn't respond to me. But I was like,
Asshole.
what's the protocol on if someone's vaccinated?
Yeah, I wonder what.
Like, will they still test them as much? Do they still have to pass the same test? All that stuff. And the only reason I ask is, like, if I'm an MMA fighter, like, that's your payday, you should go get that fucking shot. I'm not trying to force a vaccine on anybody, but if you're in a business where you're gonna lose money because a positive test, you probably should just go get it so you don't have to worry about that shit no more. But I don't know.
But then, like, what's Angela Hill's say in the whole thing? Like, she could, if I know I'm fighting you and you've got COVID, like, you're gonna be bleeding in the ring. We're gonna be exchanging fluids.
No,
here.
but I'm saying, with Angela Hill's gotten COVID before too. She lost a fight because of COVID. She was supposed to fight Tesha Shores.
I mean, do you just put it in the lap of the other fighter and go like, "Hey, they've got COVID or tested positive. Do you want to fight them? Do you not
No, but no. If they're tested positive, obviously they can't have them fight. But I don't know what happens if you're vaccinated with the test. I don't know how that's the science. I don't know how that works. That's why I wanted to figure out what's the protocol, what's the rules on that.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, where like if you're like vaccinated and you don't have to test or whatever, you probably should go ahead and do that if you're an MMA fighter, because you're losing out on money. If you don't fight, you don't get money.
I mean, the only downside is like the reaction to the vaccine.
I think everybody should do what the fuck they want to do when it comes to the vaccine too. But I think it's in your best interest if you're a fighter.
I think if you're a fighter, if I were a fighter, I'd definitely just get the vaccine. So
go get that Johnson & Johnson, get a couple blood clots, and then then shake it off.
She was asymptomatic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She said she felt fine. It's her second time getting it. So
God damn.
Yeah. So again, that's why I reached out. And obviously, no, I don't expect fucking Dana White to really answer me. Maybe he would have. But what's the protocol if someone's vaccinated? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
and going forward,
is she vaccinated?
No, I don't know. She didn't say. I don't know either way. I don't know either way.
Probably like, I already had it. Why do I need to get the vaccine?
That's,
antibodies.
Because we're going into things are going to start opening up again fully. Like even here in Chicago, they're talking about by July 4th, everything's going to be fully open. What's going to be the new protocols? Are we going to treat it like we've been treating it for the past year? Is it going to be pushed back into a minor? Like who knows what's going to happen?
You're going to have to walk around with your vaccine receipt.
So who knows what's going to happen with fighters and how big of a deal it's going to be? But again, if you're a fighter. I mean, they just get
had
that shot.
fight in Florida and 15,000 people there. They didn't test all 15,000 people before they got
shit. They had 70,000 in Dallas last night. 70,000. 70,000. But I set a record.
I don't think the answer is 0 people got COVID.
No,
absolutely not.
Although Texas has been open for like 2 months, everyone's had it already. They're like, we got this shit. We're good.
Right.
But no, it sucks. I was really looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
It's going to be a fun fight to watch.
Yeah, I was too. I was
and two hotties.
Yeah.
Two hotties. Like it was,
both of them.
All of it fucking was good. It was
all the women fights
two
last
great
night were
fighters,
pretty good.
2 hot chicks. Like you're ready to go,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cold in there.
There we go.
Who needs? See, Jessica I, you're overcharging. We just went right there. That would be like $5,000 if you went Jessica I.
Beautiful hair, huh?
Yeah. Oof. She's a great personality.
Yeah. Very bubbly.
Keep rolling with it. We want to talk
about your hat.
Mayweather. Jake Paul.
Stop boring the people.
Man.
Jake Paul for the people.
Well, so he's fighting Logan, but Mayweather said I'd fight both of these bums in the same night, which I just thought was great. Now, we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording, and I do believe there's a strong chance that this is all part of a bigger – this was all planned, right? But – the anger exhibited by Mayweather is not an anger I've ever seen from him before. I mean, he gets angry and he talks shit, but like the worst he's ever been is when he was getting interviewed in the ring after, was it the Pacquiao fight where he was talking to the announcer? And
no, that was Ortiz, wasn't it?
That's what it was, Ortiz, when he did that cheap shot to Ortiz.
Right.
And he's like, I'll whoop your ass if I'm 20 years younger.
He's like, come on, dude, that guy couldn't beat his ass. You're going to beat his ass? What the fuck? Here's the thing, though, too. Here's the one factor you're forgetting in all this. This is the first time a Mayweather fight hasn't sold.
That is an interesting point.
They had that. True. They had that was supposed to happen months ago, right? 2-3 months ago, this fight was supposed to happen, and they pushed it back because nobody was fucking buying it. They had that early buy-in shit, right? And they needed to do something to get people to want to buy this fight. Yeah. What I don't get is why it wasn't Logan.
Yeah.
They're not fighting.
Yeah, but
they're not.
It seems like Logan's a little more like chill.
He's a reserved dude. Yeah, he's way more. He's actually a cooler dude, honestly. Right. But like, come on, like Jake Paul is just a fucking bargain basement Conor McGregor. Like why?
Well, even
why don't we just realize this?
Did you see the tweet from Usman to Jake?
No. About Disney World?
Well, he was talking shit to Usman, and Usman was like, "I can change your life in the worst way."
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
Come to the cage.
He said, I do not play fight.
Right.
Right.
Well, he keeps calling out all these washed up MMA fighters
or bad strikers like Dylan Danis.
Right. So you don't want.
I mean, the fact that this guy came out with the hat to sell moments after doing this was all fucking staged.
Right. Well, I definitely think it was staged on Jake's side of it, and he even before he did it, he was like, "I'm gonna steal his hat. Watch this." And then got a tattoo. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Yeah, right. He went right to the tattoo shop from there.
And got a picture of a hat.
And
And
said,
then
"I
it
got
says,
your hat."
I got your hat. What a bum. I can't wait for somebody. He pissed the wrong person off. You know,
Blame
if it was
America's youth.
Masvidal sitting
Blame
there,
America's
he got punched
youth
in
for
the
that
face.
shit.
Listen. There's a fight out there for you, Jake Paul, that you don't want no part of because you keep ignoring, and that's Chris Lieben.
Oh, Chris Lieben will kill
Chris
him.
Lieben is asking for that fight so bad on social
Chris
media,
Lieben's
on
a
Twitter, all
maniac,
day.
man.
Let's go, Jake Paul. You want a guy who's going to sit there and bang with you, a guy who can box, a guy who's a fucking monster,
He's just a fighter.
who
He is
does
a fighter.
brawls, does
Yeah,
brawls.
he doesn't
The
care.
fight starts when I get hit. is
He
one of his
walks
quotes.
forward.
Right. Yeah, he came right at Anderson Silva. I was like, let's go,
Yeah.
motherfucker. So he is not going to back down
That's
from
a
you.
scary fight for sure.
And now he fights bare knuckle.
Yeah, I think he
Well,
retired.
he's retired.
He
We just
retired.
fought like last year.
He-
Like,
he won. He
was-
won, then he retired. Yeah.
He beat Paulie, didn't he?
He beat.
No,
No,
didn't
Lobov.
fight Paulie, right? No,
Artem Lobov, was it?
I think that's who fought
Paulie,
Paulie.
Paulie, yeah.
Malignaggi.
Yeah, DiMaggio. That was Artem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Chris Lieben's no fucking jokes. Let's see that
Yeah.
fight happen. And let's get Lieben paid.
Murder.
Lieben.
He deserves that.
No,
payday.
yeah, Chris Lieben was fighting MMA when there was no fucking money in it. He was doing
Yeah.
these brawls when they were getting like $1,000 paydays and shit like that. Let's go.
Having
Get that
mental
guy paid.
breakdowns on the Ultimate
Yeah,
Fighter.
get that guy fucking paid. He'll beat the fuck out of Jake Paul.
Yeah.
This will end. All this will be over.
They don't
if
want
you
that,
Put Chris
but they
Lieben.
don't want
No, and Jake Paul knows that.
They
Jake
have to
Paul
cherry
knows that.
pick. They gotta
He-
cherry pick.
Jake Paul wants to go. He's gonna build himself out and then finally get his ass picked by Conor McGregor. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna build myself through all this. Once I have enough clout built up, I'll take my ass whooping against Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor can beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be close. It's not gonna be close.
No, it's. I mean, I'd still rather see him fight Chris Lieben than Conor McGregor.
Well, because Chris Lee will try to hurt him.
Yeah.
Chris Lieben will
Conor will
kill
be a
him.
sport. Conor will be a sport about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll outpoint him, outpunch him.
Chris Lee will try to end his life. Let's go. I'm with you, Crippler.
Let's keep going. A fight announcement maybe happening here. Kazamat, Neal Magne, both interested in fighting this summer.
Two good fights, but I think this fight's gonna suck.
Really?
Could play out on the feet.
I don't think it's gonna play out in the face. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be pressed against the cage and some
Clinch.
clinches and maybe some boring grappling, the type I don't like.
Yeah.
As Hamzat goes, I mean Hamzat's gonna cut finishes for sure, but Magny,
I don't know. I think Hamzat can get him down.
I could see this being very similar to the Chiesa Magny fight though. That's
Well,
what I'm
I
saying.
mean, we don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
know much about
Which was not a fun
Hamzat
fight
right
to
now.
watch.
but he'll get him down. You know, I
Yeah,
think he'll get him down.
I like these are two really good fighters, but I still think
Yeah.
I think the matchup is going to be a boring fucking fight.
Yeah.
Is what I think. But it's a good name for Hamzat if he gets that win, because Magny beats everybody.
Yeah.
Magny's what?
Well, he shot a shot at Nick Diaz, and they told him that shit wasn't gonna fucking
don't
happen.
want that
Nick's
shit.
like, I'm
Why-
not fighting
if-
Hamzat.
dude, why the fuck would Nick Diaz fight
Yeah.
that fight? He's not gonna get
Yeah.
no money off of it, and it's gonna be a fucking war. He doesn't want that.
All right. Let's keep rolling. We had the Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders fight.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, the only
Yeah,
thing
it
I
was
saw
a
was
good-
the uppercut.
Honestly, I put money on Billy Joe Saunders to win. I knew it was a long shot, and he probably wasn't going to win. But I thought
I had Canelo by
for
decision because I
6-1.
them minus 400 I didn't want to pay.
Yeah.
I thought no, so I tried to get him to go by decision. And I think he was on that path to win it by decision, and then that orbital.
Well, you and I were texting about it. I had it going. The line was 10.5 rounds, and I had the under,
Right, I went over.
which paid out I think 400
Right.
plus 400, which was
And,
nice.
and like, yeah, I thought this was gonna. I think it would have if he didn't. But he broke his fucking orbital.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
swole
it
up.
didn't look like he could open his eye at all
Right.
in that
And
corner.
a lot of people are
so-
talking shit about Sanders backing down. And I saw the one meme out there, like an MMA fighter coming out there for the fight. And, you know, this happens in a boxing fight. First off, an MMA fighter's got to come out because if you don't fucking win, he's not getting paid. Like,
Yeah.
They got to get that pay money. Two, it's probably better that he did not go back out there. Like, he come back and fight another day. If you look at Calvin Kattar,
Yeah.
Calvin Kattar's a prime example of coming back out there. He's still not right after that Max fight.
Yeah.
He's still having headaches and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
It's easy to say when you're not the one in there, right?
it wasn't like he stopped it too. I mean, you could say he let his corner throw it in, but again, his corner's like, no, you ain't going back out there.
Well, he was the ringside judge had Saunders, I think, up by 2 rounds at that point. So, I mean, some people say, but I think you were saying the actual.
Well, yeah,
judges had him
whoever
down.
was doing the scoring on the zone had Sanders winning,
Right.
and I think it was at least like what we get 7 full rounds or 8
Got
rounds.
8.
It was at least 4-4.
Yeah.
It was at least 4-4, but the actual judges had it like like 6'2" to
something
Canelo.
like
All of
that.
them had him. And this funny thing is they all gave Saunders different rounds.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't like a consensus.
Well, that first round was really nothing, and then it was, I don't know. It felt like Canelo was always getting the more significant damage.
Right.
But I mean, it was a good fight. I don't know what Canelo does at this point going forward.
He's good. He called out Plant. He
Yeah.
wants Caleb pretty bad. I mean, he's trying to collect every belt he can.
Well, and then he told Andrade to get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. You're a horrible fight. Yeah. Demetrius Andrade showed up after the fight. Shot a shot. Like when you're in boxing, you got to shoot your shot, get in there. I mean, Canelo even fucking told him, you're trying to get a payday. You want a payday. You want a payday. You want a payday. So it's kind of a funny exchange hearing Canelo. Canelo speaks a lot better English when he leads on.
When he's pissed.
Well, he was fucking fluent right there.
Right.
Like,
Man,
get the
you
fuck
fight
out of
with
here.
nobody.
Yeah.
You're champion, but you fight with nobody.
You want a
won the
belt
with nobody.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. This is my night. My favorite, this is just a kid. This is a kid.
Well, how old is Canelo now?
Horrible fighter.
He's like 32?
32?
33?
Yeah.
Oh, 30-year-old Alvarez.
He's young. He's young. I know he's younger than he seems because he's been fighting for fucking ever.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Triple G again. Let's watch it.
There was also this week or about a week ago, like an MTV Cribs style thing on Canelo's house in Mexico, and it's just gorgeous. His whole house is like filled
Fucking
with
compound.
sports cars, like in the
Mexican
living room.
supplements.
He's got a Lamborghini. He's got motorcycles all through his house.
So how much of his money goes to the cartels?
Well, did you hear his brother was kidnapped?
Kidnapped, yeah.
And
Before his last
he had
fight,
to
right?
Negotiate, right, his return like the day before his fight. Or
That's
something
fucking
like that.
nuts, man.
You know, like
They run everything down there, though.
Yeah, that's
You don't
what I'm
get
saying.
anything past the cartel.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'd get the fuck out of there if I were him. All that money.
Well,
he's
you got to
got,
pay to get out. They run that shit, too.
Yeah,
You want to leave the country, you got to pay them.
Right.
I mean, it's cheaper to pay them than I think I mean, at
Like,
this
I'll
point,
give
he's
them
got
points.
hundreds of millions.
I'll give them points on the pay-per-views. Like, hey, you get about 2 points on every pay-per-view. How about that? You know? Let's get the fuck out of here. You know?
Yeah.
You're still going to be filthy
Or, yeah,
rich.
That's the thing is go to,
Hey, come up to
El
Pilsen. There's
Chapo.
plenty of Mexicans up here, bro. We're good to go.
Yeah, if you get El Chapo in your back pocket and go like, hey, man, I'll just give you $1 million a year or whatever.
Or you get a part of every pay-per-view. You know?
Imagine having that
What do
much
you think?
power.
What do you think? What's Canelo making per pay-per-view?
I mean,
millions?
he's got to be making 20-30 mil.
At
I
least.
think.
Give him 5. Give him 5 million every pay-per-view, dude. You'll be good, and your life will be a lot better.
Right.
Your life will be a lot
You
better.
ain't got to worry about it. So, yeah,
Shit, they
I
make
don't-
that
I
in a
also
day,
feel
the
like
cartel.
Canelo's such
$20 million a day for them. Shit.
Right. I think like Canelo could also go like, I want to live in the United States and call his promoter and go like, what do we got to do to make this? Just leave his house.
Sleepy Joe. Hey Joe, let me in here, bro.
What? Who's this?
Yeah,
Sure.
you fight.
So yeah, it was a good fight though.
No, it was a really fun fight to watch for
it
sure.
Was, it was definitely a good.
And
fight.
it was what I thought it was gonna be. I knew Saunders was gonna push him for sure, and he did. And Canelo landed that fucking beautiful uppercut, man.
I mean,
That
I'd
was-
love to see him fight Triple G again because I felt like he lost that first fight.
I thought he lost the first one. Second one,
Second
probably
one I
not.
thought he won.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. What else we got here?
This is what we've been waiting for.
If you follow us on Twitter, you know how much I'm infatuated with this whole
Make
experience.
sure your kids are in the other
Lazar,
room.
Diego Sanchez, Joshua Faber.
I'm pretty sure this is illegal in every state but New Mexico. like there's
Well,
no,
so explain to him what the video is. if
so
they
we got a
haven't seen
video
it.
here of we'll call it unique.
It's
training.
watered down BDSM.
I mean,
Entry level.
we was talking about Canelo's brother being kidnapped. This is part of the film that they sent back to him. Like, who got your brother? And this is what we're doing right now to him. Very similar. I don't know what is going on. You got Diego Sanchez hanging upside down,
Clenching the knife in his butt. Don't drop it.
While Fabio's hitting him with sticks, landing terrible kicks, slapping him in the fucking face. It goes on to some fight. They're in a ring fighting. Diego, yeah, there you go. Diego's blindfolded. It looks like someone from Abu Ghraib. Like he's up there, and he's hitting him with a stick.
Now he's whipping him.
He's whipping him with some kind
Does
of.
he have a boner?
Like at this point,
He better at
look
that
at
point.
the fucking gay jokes have been overboard for this, right? If these guys aren't fucking, this is the weirdest thing ever. If they are actually going to, it makes sense. These guys, they're into some shit. But if this is just what they do, completely platonic, this is fucking weird. This is fucking.
Wow.
The weirdest fact would be if they're not fucking each other. But again, there's another video that's not in this batch where he's got a bunch of people in a fucking cage and he's chasing them with a knife, trying to stab them. Say, if you got to avoid this knife.
That was like our first
If
exposure
you
to
could dodge a wrench,
Fabian.
you
You
could
dodge a ball. Yeah, pass it over
Yeah.
And if you just look, he's like, I was the first ever intramural rugby champion. I'm a third level Tai Bo world champion. The weirdest fucking credentials this guy says.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious from the outside, but on the flip, I feel bad for Diego Sanchez.
He's in it. He's in it.
I like, how do you spend your whole career top of the food chain in the UFC, Ultimate Fighter winner, great brawls, being trained in one of the best fucking gyms in the world, right?
Yeah.
Jackson Wink,
with
the top,
John Jones.
John
right?
Jones, Sugar,
Holly
Cowboy,
Holm, all them.
fucking Overeem was in that place. Like, you had everybody there. And then this guy says, oh, no, he knows what he's talking about. How does that happen?
Rock bottom.
How does that happen? How much meth?
Yeah.
How much meth does it fucking take? I mean, Breaking Bad was a fucking, film or based in New Mexico, right?
Albuquerque, yeah.
Albuquerque was the home of Breaking Bad. But man, you're with some of the greatest MMA coaches of all time, and this guy can creep his way into your life. That's fucking weird.
So
You gotta be a low
How did
point.
these videos get released? Do we know?
Fabian's he said, I record everything. Like, the first video was that weird interaction inside
He was
the fighters
recording
meeting.
inside the fighters meeting.
And somehow Stephen Bonner's with them too, which is another whole fucking level.
we haven't got much out of that yet.
Yeah, Stephen Bonner had that weird mass video inside the fucking gym
Yeah.
where he's fucking these sheep.
So now we got
Like-
BDSM threesomes and
So he's hunting. Basically, Josh, we got to watch out for Forrest Griffin.
Oh,
He's hunting.
no.
No. Who's a prime candidate to join this crew? Forrest still working the UFC. Is Joe Daddy Stevenson.
Joe Daddy.
Joe
Wow,
Daddy. He hasn't
Joe
been around
Daddy.
for a while. He was on the tough one.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
a prime
seasoned
guy
vet.
that might get caught up in this fucking nonsense. He's getting a staple of these
Listen,
fucking
there's
guys.
something to be said for if you got to train differently, If you I want to try something different to get to the top. I don't know. Diego's a weird dude. He's always been weird.
It goes beyond Diego's story too. It's those. Anytime you have those weird guru fucks, man.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. Everybody out there, everybody's looking for their key to happiness, their key to success, whatever it may be. Don't fucking believe a goddamn guru. And it seems like MMA or martial arts in general attract these guys. Right? You see it all the time. The guy was I taught Diego the death touch, he says. There's no fucking thing as a fucking death touch, all right?
Well, Cerrone debunked that. His guy beat the shit out of him in a bar, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fabian.
Right, yeah. There's no truth to this. And it's bad to see a guy like Diego go out like this. I hope somebody can get to him. He's already lost his family over this shit, right? He lost his fucking career over this shit. It's gonna end bad.
Well, at that point, he only has Fabian, so Fabian kind of has him. Is holding all that over his head.
Some
Like,
cult
look,
shit.
everybody bailed on you,
It's
but
some-
you got me.
It's only three of them, but it's a fucking cult. That's what
Yeah.
it is. They bought in. They're working on building that cult up in there. He's bought in. It's fucking El Ram Fabia. That's what we got going on here. Oh, the Scientologists are gonna come for us now. They're gonna be following us forever. Fuck you, Scientology. You're a cult. But
Yeah, it was a weird one for sure.
man,
All right, let's keep it rolling. New fight announced. Amanda Nunes.
she talked her way in, huh?
Yeah, she got it. I mean,
Pena
who else is there for her to fight? To
For
be honest,
265.
I think I am done caring about Nunes fights.
yeah. There's no. She's
There's nobody. There's not even Valentina. I don't want
No.
to. She can beat the shit out of Valentina too.
yeah. She
The
would.
only one person in this world I think will beat the fuck out of her fought on Friday, Kayla Harrison.
Well, it's 'cause
or
she's much
Thursday.
bigger too, though.
Man, that woman is a goddamn beast.
She's a
She's
monster.
probably the best women's fighter in the
She's
whole world.
huge.
I was curious what's gonna happen when her and Shields meet up finally, and
She's gonna crush Shields.
they're gonna give Shields some time. Let's see how she
Yeah.
does in her first couple fights. But Shields, again, another big chick that can kind of hang with her a little bit. But Kayla Harrison is a fucking monster. That's what I kind of want to see.
Yeah.
I honestly would rather kind of see Harrison and Cyborg, because Cyborg's bigger. She wouldn't have to cut all that crazy ass weight because they fight at lightweight. There's not even a lightweight division. There's not even a fucking 145 division anymore in the
No.
UFC. It's just when Amanda retires, it's done. That's what Bisping said that. When Amanda, it's as long they're keeping the division as long as Amanda wants it. That's how bad that division is. But in the 135 and 145, there's nobody fucking with Amanda Nunes. Nobody.
No.
So Pena gets her payday. Good. Chicago. She trains out of Chicago. I hope. Glad she got her payday. She shot her shot and landed. But again, we know how this fight ends.
Yeah.
We know how this fight ends. It's bad.
All right, and then finally, kind of a weird PFL stoppage or ending.
First off, I want to go. I'm loving the PFL.
PFL's good. It's fun
I
to watch.
love the production value of it, the whole stats, I like that it has that little like standings and league type deal.
It's incentive for people to fucking fight.
Not only that,
you know?
it's something different, right? It's not just okay, this is a lower level of UFC, right? It doesn't. No, it's something different. It's a different game. It's a different ball game. It's a different twist on the sport. You know, it's not gimmicky either. It's nothing gimmick about it. So it's fun to watch. There's some good fighters.
It's catchy. You get the quick six.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
it's
nice. I like it.
Again, the production value is really great.
The ref cams, they got different.
The ref cams really fucking
cool.
cool. The smart cage. I don't really know with the fighter rating. That seems like some bullshit. They're making up numbers at the end of rounds.
Yeah, well, the most you can score is 100 inside of a
Usually
round, right? And you have to
them,
finish them in that round.
But it's a fun watch. So it's a PFL. It's on ESPN. If you got ESPN Plus for UFC already, which if you're listening to us, I'm pretty sure you got fucking ESPN Plus.
Yeah. You usually get the
we're
prelims.
deep dives when it comes to MMA podcasts. So if you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure you have ESPN Plus. Yeah. PFL is fun to watch. So I would check it out. But at the end of the fight, Fabricio Verdum, everybody knows him, right? Legend. People don't realize Fabricio Verdum beat Fedor, and he beat Cain Velasquez. Both times, those guys were considered the best in the world, right? Yeah. When he beat Fedor was unstoppable. Nobody could beat him. When he beat Cain was the top heavyweight in the world, maybe the greatest heavyweight of all time. So Verdum is as legit as it gets, right?
He tried to eat Tony Ferguson.
Fabricio Verdum is a fucking certified MMA legend, making his debut against Renan Ferreira. It's funny sometimes with the Brazilians, they choose when to say R, when to say F, H with their, I think I'm gonna say Renan. Yeah. Hopefully, please, Sensei Viana, I said it right. We'll see. We'll find out. Renan Ferreira versus Fabricio Verdum in the main event. Ferreira gets the TKO, but very shady way he got it done. Right?
Yeah, Verdum has a triangle locked up, and he gets 2 taps on the shoulder. I guess Verdum starts to loosen it up a little bit, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, then fucking Ferreira starts fucking
pounding him,
raining down shots on fucking Verdum.
2 taps, and then now he loosens up because you see him. He throws bring his shoulders back to the floor to let go, and then Ferreira feels him loosen up. See, he started to unlock it.
Yeah, he did.
1,
2. Tap City. Tap City.
That's not a normal movement either. That's not something that happens in a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
And so Ferreira ends up getting the TKO victory. I don't know how they can't overturn this with replay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some rules. I don't know.
They need the instant replay. It should be like referee.
Like that's something that's clear that you could see. There's no.
It wasn't like I was just swinging my arm and it.
Like you don't just do this in the middle of a fight. You don't do that. At the very least, he was trying to trick Fabricio to thinking he tapped.
Yeah.
He was trying to hide. He was trying to hide his hand so the ref couldn't see it and fake a tap. Maybe he wasn't tapping out. Maybe he wasn't really, but he was trying to fake. Like he was trying to tap out there.
It's kind of like if any judge would have or any ref would have stopped that fight at that moment, none of us would have been like, "Oh, it was stopped." I mean, clearly a ref would have said, "You tapped."
Yeah, you did. He did. He tapped.
Put him to sleep.
Right.
Until the ref breaks it up. Put him to sleep.
So Ferreira gets his quick 6 in the PFL. So he gets that, puts him 6 points. Another fight before the playoffs starts. Yeah. Makes it really hard for Verdum to make the playoffs now.
And Verdum takes a lot of damage, unnecessary damage.
Yeah,
almost,
an older guy already has been in fucking wars.
2, hand palm open. You're not trying to strike.
No, you're not trying to strike.
Tapping.
You're not trying to improve position. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
So at the very least, he was trying to make Fabricio think he tapped. Yeah. Without the ref seeing it. At the very least. So again, weird finish to the night. But again, I'm in on the PFL. I like the PFL. There's been tons of MMA on lately, which is good for us, right? A lot of shit to fucking talk about. But I've seen a lot of One lately. One FC may not be the most technical fighters, but those motherfuckers brawl.
Yeah, they fight.
They fucking fight. There's no dull moments in a One FC fight. Bellator, again, I say it all the time. Their top fighters are really, really good, but they got to get through a lot of sludge to get to the gold in their organization. I think Pitbull can beat anybody in that weight class, 145, 155. I want to see him super fights all day. Yeah. But then the rest, I don't know. Magomedov, a guy who I think may be the best bantamweight in the world. another guy
Savage.
down over there. You got Nemkov.
Nemkov's good, yeah.
Nemkov's another really good fighter. So they do have some really, really guys over there. There's a lot of other guys that where they fighting these fucking
there's a
people.
big contrast between the best. and the
Okay, Michael Page is a fucking highlight reel, but who's he fighting?
Yeah, he's been beating up cans.
Right. So
Other than Lima knocked him out.
Right. So
I said give him that rematch. He's calling for it. Give it to him.
yeah, for sure.
Let's see if it was a fluke.
But again, PFL is fun to watch. Again, we got the big pay-per-view coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah.
UFC 262.
Big Daddy. We're gonna be on Twitch.
We'll be on Twitch, right? An hour before the prelims start. Hopefully, I think it should be 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, but we know how these cards have been going lately.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they won't lose any of these
Well,
fights.
this is a pay-per-view and it's in Houston with fans, so they're probably gonna sweep
that shit underneath
lift
the rug.
lift the rug.
Right, because amazingly in Jacksonville with no fans, there was no positive tests. But again, we're going to do our Twitch stream, right? Twitch TV/InTheGuard, where we play out the main card. Me and Tony go head-to-head. It's fun to watch. We sit there and argue with each other. Tony gets
I'm gonna
lucky.
pull off miracle subs.
No, you'll see.
I'm gonna
I
let
got
Mike
the
feel
replay.
good.
I got the replay ready to go. Queued up. You'll see it on our promotion this week.
Yeah.
But again, at hour before the card starts on Twitch.tv/InTheGuard. Follow us on all social medias, right? Twitter, Instagram.
InTheGuardPodcast.com.
You can find all that stuff.
IG is In The Guard, and our Twitter is
InTheGuard1. So yeah, on YouTube, obviously, if you're watching this right now, you know where we're seeing us at. We're on YouTube. You can follow us on all of that. Again, we tweet along with the fights. Other than that, I think we kind of hit it all, didn't we?
We've hit. There was a lot, but we've hit the majority of it. That's
Like,
for sure.
subscribe, leave reviews, right? Anywhere you can find podcasts, we're there. You find us. If you want to find us, we're there.
Holla, holla. All right, we'll see you in a week. Peace.
Peace.
Tapping out.